Let's get it. I'm late today. I'm not really late, but we here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. I'm back again, man. Mr. Consistent. I skipped Thursday. I've been drinking a gallon a day, trying to get big. Next summer, I'm going to be ready. But, my good people, man, how y'all feeling, man? Welcome back. Beautiful Monday. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Where y'all tapping in from? Y'all know the deal, man. Put your city in the chat. Drop your cities in the chat, man. Yet another town hall, man. I've been calling these town halls, man. How y'all feel about that? Town hall. I don't know how I feel about that. Somebody else told me too. They was like, yeah, you need to get off IG Live and do your own like actual show. I don't know how I feel about that either. This is so much easier, straight from the crib. You know what I mean? Straight from the crib. Just make it real deal. Holyfield, make it easy. Suburban Wifey in the building. I'll let you up in a minute. Suburban Wifey said, cut it out. Cut what out? What'd I do? She said, cut it out. I don't even know what I did. Jump out that comfort zone. It's not really a comfort zone. I'm going to tell y'all the strategy, right? And so, like, everybody and their mama has a podcast. That's one. And I haven't made a decision. Oh, the cutout in the background. Oh, yeah. That's Blurred Suburban. That's Blurred Scottie right there, man. That's the OG stuff. I'm never getting rid of the Blurred Scottie, bro. Anyways, I got some news for y'all, too. I probably shouldn't even say it, because when I say things, it don't be coming to fruition. So I ain't even gonna say that. But anyways, as I was getting to, like, I want to continue to build my celebrity. I feel cheesy even saying that, but I want to continue to build, like, the cachet around who I am and my name, so that if and when I transition, I can just kind of take a following with me. You get what I mean? As of right now, like, y'all like Suburban, y'all don't necessarily like Scottie. So as we slowly show more of myself and my face, then once I do launch a show that's off of platform, some of you guys will come with me. You know what I'm saying? So if I can take 5% of 200,000, you know what I'm saying? We got an actual show, but I don't want to just jump out, create a show, even though like the audience or the guests and stuff will be there. I don't want it to be a guest focused show. I want it to be a show based on like me, what I stand for, and shit like that. So it's pretty crazy. What I will say though, oh yeah, I got the guns out. Oh yeah, thank you for noticing. You know what I'm saying? Someone said, I don't know why I thought a woman ran this page all these years. Well, we do have women on the team. I actually have 9 women on the team. It's literally my co-founder, who's a man. But other than that, it's literally all women on the team. That's one. 2, Tupac said it best, you know what I'm saying? If you want to have people attracted to what you're putting out, you got to sell it to the ladies. And so we always got to appeal to the ladies. So, you know what it is. He said, you built this with no audience, you could do it again. I know, brother. I don't like starting over, though. That's the one thing about this shit. We built up this IG, and then we went to YouTube, and it's like, nigga, you got to start all the way over. It's like, yo, this shit is ridiculous. But, you know, it's all good, man, and I'm hella blessed. West Coast Bear said, breaking news, Inglewood native and Fulton County DA Fannie Willis just indicted Trump on RICO violation tied to the 2020 election in Georgia. That's actually crazy. Is that real? I'm gonna look that up. Trump indicted. Did I say that right? Indicted? Fulton County grand jury returns 10 indictment. Bro, Trump's not going to jail, gang. Trump is not going to jail, gang. It's not happening, bro. If Trump goes to jail, I'll do something strange for some change if Trump go to jail. But that nigga's not going to jail, bro. Y'all need to get over that. And I don't wish no jail time on that man. I don't fuck with jail time. That shit's out. I would never wish jail time on nobody. I would never want to go to jail. I would never, like, I don't fuck with jail. I don't fuck with putting people in cages. I'm almost willing to argue I don't care what they did, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Suburban wife, I'm finna bring you up. Somebody said, why you gatekeeping the apartment you listed today? No contact info. Yeah, because they didn't pay me for that. Simple. They didn't pay me, man. You gotta pay to play, man. It was a nice apartment, though. I low-key think about moving in there. Yeah, free Tory Lanez, bro. Maybe not free him. Free him early, though. You know what I'm saying? Free him early. Don't free him all the way. Free him early. I am Wendell Jones. Hey, I am Wendell Jones. Check it out. I don't have a guest today. I need you to go in your quiet room and suit up. I'm bringing you up, man. Come on. I got 3 news topics. Suburban wifey, should I bring you up now? Somebody said keep that midget locked up. She said he ain't do nothing. Y'all be so, like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And now that I'm on the other end of, like, you know, having eyes on social media, y'all don't realize, like, this be people real life, bro. Like, that man's really going to prison for a decade. You know how jacked up that is? He's really going to prison for 10 years. That's crazy. And I'm not saying he don't deserve it. I'm not saying he didn't do it. All I'm saying is he's finna be in a box for 10 years. 10 years in a box? I swear to... Don't cancel me. It's not a joke. I literally might off myself. Say what you must. Say what you must. 10 years in a box? Nah. My body, I wasn't created for that. I'm not built for that. I'm not none of that. You ain't put me in no box, bro. I'll be boo-hoo crying to that judge, bro. It's no way. Absolute no way. It's absolutely no way, bro. I could never. I was born to make millions and drive nice cars and fornicate with beautiful women and be on islands and eat fruits and live a great life. You gonna put me in a box? Fuck no. Can't do it. He said he also could have walked away. He didn't have to shoot the gun. What the fuck? Listen, I don't know what happened in that case. I don't know who shot what did what. He didn't have to do what he did. Like, I don't know what happened. And I don't care what happened. All I'm saying is 10 years is crazy. I'm not commenting on what he did. I'm commenting on 10 years, nigga. That's crazy. My dad did 21 years, bro. My father, my real biological father, did 21 years. He came out. And I think he came out a weirdo. Like, that shit changes you, bro. That shit ain't cool. Somebody put you in a box. I think I'd rather get the chair, bro. Like, honestly speaking, I think I'd rather you give me the chair than put me in a box for 10 years. Nah, hell no. Prison at that. With all them buff niggas. Hell no, you got the game fucked up. I'm good. She said, then don't do the crime. Trust me, I ain't doing no crimes, bro. I ain't doing no crimes. Trust, what is it? Believe you me. Scottie P will not be doing no crimes whatsoever. God willing. But, free Tory early. Free him early. Don't free him. Free him early. You know, it's a couple news stories I thought were interesting. I'm going to bring my brother up, Wendell Jones. Where you at, champ? Wifey, I'm going to bring you up at 8:30. Wendell Jones, I'm going to bring you up. Let's talk game. Or I am Wendell Jones, I'm going to bring you up, bro. I don't see you in here, though, champ. For real. Wendell Jones. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this man in here. I want to wear a suburban tee to Beyonce. Naromi, hit me up. I'll tap you in. Will it get here in time? When is Beyonce's show? That's beautiful. You gonna rock the suburban tee to the queen? That's love. Yeah, it'll be there. So I'll send that shit out tomorrow. If you order it today. Should have get there 9/4. Yeah, that's crazy for you to say that. A month? Ain't gonna take no month. I sent y'all invites, man. I got 2 news stories. Asia, you know wife, you know the news stories.
Hi.
The trio is back. What's poppin'?
I don't need to see you. I don't need to see you, Scottie. I don't see nobody else.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I hear a voice, but I only can see you.
Dang, you can't see me?
He lying.
I can't. It's only Scottie at the top and I'm at the bottom. Let me go out and come back.
He lying.
I promise you.
Why would he get on here and lie like that, though?
I promise you. I'm about to screenshot it and send it to you.
It's because you got...
Nah, keep him on here.
Can people see me? Can the live see me?
I'm not gonna lie, wifey. I might kick you off and we gonna chop it up and I'll bring you up after.
Dang, I can't...
No, you said I can't see her. I just screenshot it. I'm about to send it to you.
He said I sound muffled.
You said you sound muffled. Yeah, send it to me.
Muffled.
Well, first of all, how are y'all feeling? This is gonna be a little different episode because I don't have a guest today. And I really I be structuring the show like the first 5 minutes. Bro, you remember this, put your city in the chat, stole that from you. Then we kind of get into the news. We'll talk about a suburban discussion that we've been having. And then it's supposed to be the wifey segment. But I'm really bad with structure. I just like winging it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I be going through.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I can see the chat now. Let me jump off and jump back on.
Go for it. They said the what's name is covering you. While he's coming up, wifey, what we got, man? Talk to me.
Should I ask my question now?
I mean, let's have a conversation. We can segue into it. You don't gotta just.
Cool.
What's in the news that you've been seeing that you want to comment on? You know, you're at like Hollywood. You know.
Out in Hollywood, honestly.
In the news, in the mainstream media.
Everything that really, the news that I've really just been paying attention to has been, the writer's strike and the actor's strike out here in Los Angeles and how Loki been...
No, there was a conversation we had earlier about Kim K. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Oh, I didn't really want to talk about that too much, but I guess we can talk about it.
I mean, we don't have to. I thought you were, diehard about it. The people want the...
I'm not diehard about it. I just keep up with the Kardashians. Wendell, can you see us?
Yes, I can see y'all. What's good?
Cool. Well, okay, I guess we could talk about Drake being in LA. I think that's dope.
I want to... Hey, let me ask you a question, bro. So Drake is in town. Right? Mm-hmm. He's doing a crazy show. one of the greatest performers of all time. If you recall, he had a beef with Kanye West. Do you remember that beef?
I do.
You know, there was rumors going around saying Drake may have done something with Kanye's wife at the time. He mentioned his wife numerous times. And then yesterday at the show, Kim Kardashian goes to the show, is singing lyrics and all this good stuff. Do you find a problem with that?
No.
Why not? You think that's fine?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're both grown. They're not together anymore. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, people go on and live their lives. Yeah, you do things, but that don't mean they're still attached to each other. If you know Kim Kardashian, everybody, you know what I'm saying, realize that she ain't, you know what I'm saying, the most innocent person in the world. And that's okay.
And that's fine. But we can agree that there's something immoral about that.
Or she could be doing that to, you know what I'm saying, to inflame something within Kanye. It could be absolutely nothing. Drake flirt with every woman. It's not a woman that I see Drake on social media with that Drake ain't flirting with.
That's so true.
But no. So I'll ask you, is there something immoral about her doing that?
I don't think she really did anything. I mean, she went to the concert with like her friends, her sister's boyfriend. Like, I don't think there was like ill intentions with her like going to the concert yesterday. And I think in that clip where she had said like her little clip that he used for search and rescue, like what is it? I didn't come this far just to come this far. I think like they're just having fun, like drinking. She got quoted by Drake like in the song. Like, I don't think it's like ill intention.
Drake.
So let me ask you something.
No.
So
no. Drake has lyrics literally saying, what do you say? Your
trainers tuning in. Your wife.
Not even that. He has lyrics saying like, I hit the corner, hit the light, trying to see him. I'm trying to clean him. Like he said, I'm gonna put you on a guillotine. He said, you're gonna be on a guillotine. You play with my seed. He's threatened my life. You are my ex-wife. You go to his show and you're singing his lyrics. I got a problem with that.
Why? Why?
I mean, I get it. Like
this.
I want to know. No. I want to hear his. You know what I'm saying? His angst towards it. What don't you like about it?
I don't like that this man has humiliated me in front of hundreds of millions of people in a war that I arguably lost, right? And then the woman that was once mine then goes and shows support for that man. That is what I do not like. Or what would bother me? Is she allowed to do it? Of course, she's an adult. But it's a little immoral to me because I think everyone can recognize with them not being married anymore. Where does she owe loyalty to him?
He has a whole new wife.
My kids, our kids.
What they got to do? There were two adults make the decision, huh?
Our partnership. What do you mean?
No.
So once we're not married, the loyalty is completely off the table.
Oh, yeah. Well, what do I owe my kids loyalty. I need to make sure my kids are taken care of, and I do the best for my kids. But to do the best for the other person, they're going to live their life like you're going to live yours.
Okay, so Asia, if you're with a man, you guys break up, or you're married, you guys divorce, he doesn't deal with you anymore, and then he goes and then is now dating your friend. That's fine?
Drake and Kanye wasn't friends. That's different.
No, it's not different. They were friends.
I don't know what the comparison like.
They knew each other.
They wasn't dating
But it doesn't matter because there's no loyalty. The loyalty is
no,
gone.
You're right. I agree. I agree.
Crazy.
I don't think
That's crazy.
the comparison makes sense.
Why doesn't it make sense?
I don't think the comparison to the situation is like the same.
Well, we're talking
but
about
I mean, if my ex-husband went to go on and be with my friend, yeah, that would hurt. I would definitely be hurt. Like that.
Why? He doesn't owe you any loyalty.
I would be
I can answer that.
not on my ex-husband's part. Like, a man is gonna be a man at the end of the day. Like, they'll go after anything.
So you wouldn't be mad at him at all?
It would be more so like my friend. Like, if you were to, like, my friend, you're my friend, and you're gonna go be with my ex-husband. Like, I think that's like the bigger issue. Like, I wouldn't even have a problem like with the man. Like, I feel like men are gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day and pursue any type of woman. Like, men will get with a sister. I seen a guy date twins. Like,
so you don't think
I would be upset with my friend.
She's right.
That's it. Like, that's it. You're not.
You wouldn't be mad at the man though.
I would be hurt. I would be hurt. Mad.
I think that's interesting.
Angry. Like, why would you? Like, no, I'm not arguing at the end of the day. Like, I would probably like get it out, but then it's just like a man will be a man. Like, it would be like a friend. Like, why would my friend want to be with this person after ending a relationship with them?
And I think the hurt will come more so from the fact that it'll be like, were they doing something before? You start asking yourself all these questions, and the thoughts would bring on hurt. But the actual, you know what I'm saying, a person is a human being, just like me. They have needs just like you have needs. Yeah. So they're going to find a way to get their needs taken care of, no matter if it's your friend or somebody entirely different.
In the words of T.I., with a man that I was at odds with, that's who you choose. And again, I think women, like I
don't think Kim Kardashian has chosen Drake. I don't think it was a situation like that you're making it out to be. But I get it. Like, you're devil's advocate. You love playing devil's advocate.
No, I genuinely think that it's immoral. But genuinely.
But think about this. You know what I'm saying?
Genuinely.
Drake has been connected with how many women? This is for Drake. It's not like I'm about to turn this into my wife now.
Which is even worse on my ex-wife's part, because you know what he's gonna do.
But she's trying to dig at him. They don't have the best relationship. They don't have, you know what I'm saying? They're not sitting on the phone all day like, hey, so how was lunch and how was dinner? They don't talk like that.
Which to me just makes it immoral. But I agree. I just think it's immoral. I think there's like,
I think from like what I've seen, because I watch the Kardashians, I actually sit down and hear Kim talk about like her divorce and stuff. Like, I actually tune into that type of stuff. I think Kim has done a wonderful job at co-parenting. She's protected Kanye in a sense, and she's definitely like,
it matters.
She's protected him, and I think she's also like protected her kids. Like, she's even said like on days where Kanye has like gone off on her and just like has been, you know, erratic, because he does struggle with bipolar disorder, and that causes tension in interpersonal relationships. She even will take the kids in the morning, and when they want to listen to their dad, like, she plays their dad's songs, and like she has kept all of Kanye's stuff when he told her to burn it for her kids. Like, she's definitely like a team player when it comes to making sure like that her kids know who her father is, who their father is, and like cherishing like good memories.
You don't get brownie points for doing what you're supposed to do. She's supposed to do that.
Okay, exactly, but now it's just like.
But when the man is dissing me on a song, you go to his concert and sing the lyrics to the song.
But apparently, like, the Kanye and Drake beef was like squashed, but I don't think it was ever really squashed. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's just entertainment. And you took the words out of my mouth. Like, Kim's been going to soccer tours with her kids and stuff. She gonna step out, go to the Drake concert, be seen. Now her name is in people's mouths. Like, this is what she wants in a sense. So I just don't even think like it's something.
Stay relevant.
Yeah,
you gotta stay relevant.
I don't even think like it's something to like dig deep on. Like, the fact that we're even spending time on this conversation is like kind of crazy to me, because I don't think it's even that deep. But yeah, like, I see your perspective of like. Yeah, like rap beef, like no bueno. I mean, Beyonce probably would never, like, let's be real, if like her and Jay-Z split up, she would never be seen at a concert of someone that Jay-Z had rap beef with.
Nas.
You know?
Imagine that. Imagine Beyonce going to a Nas concert and doing that.
I'm telling you, people when people are hurt, people go to the utmost to show that person you hurt me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one thing like, oh, she wouldn't do it. Let a person get hurt enough.
They all would do it.
You don't know what they would do.
Something too, it's not like she was like alone. I mean, she was with a really big group of friends and like her sister and like fucking Bad Bunny. Like, of course, Kim is gonna want to be seen out with them and get paparazzi pics with her, Kendall Jenner, Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is a bigger artist than Drake. Like, just to say, like, Bad Bunny selling out stadiums.
That's all
fine.
That's all fine.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if we're talking like publicity and her wanting to be in the scene or whatever, I think it was a great stunt for her to go to the Drake.
That's why we people talking about it. This is
that's a great stunt. Now her name is in our mouths and we're talking about it and we're looking at the videos and we're trying to see what songs is she singing to. Like, is she rapping to Your Wifey? Like, I think it's all like entertainment and publicity at the end of the day. But yeah, like, she probably, you know, if like Beyonce would never. I would just say that. Like, so I get your perspective.
All women think Beyonce wouldn't do nothing but great stuff.
Beyonce done definitely did.
No wrong in my eyes.
Beyonce,
this is most women.
Yeah.
No, look at some women. I saw something today and it was like, what's like something is like that's a red flag, and someone's like, if they hate Beyonce, like, that's a red flag. And the girl was going in on TikTok, and I thought that was hella funny.
No, people think Beyonce's their cousin. Their sister.
Beyonce's my mother. Like, she's my mother.
This is why. But this is why, you know what I'm saying, you look at the ticket prices, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, a dude was dating his girl for 4 months. He emptied his savings 40 bands to take his girl to see Beyonce.
40 bands? What do you spend 40 bands on?
I'm hoping to meet her. Shit, 40 bands.
I'm not doing no meet and greets.
Nah, them floor seats right now. You know what I'm saying? It's about 15 to 20,000 for floor seats.
No,
like, I mean, like, right
I saw floor seats and they was like $3K.
What? Nah.
I mean, that's what I saw out here in LA.
You probably seen that when it first came out.
No,
right now.
When they first came out, they were affordable.
Floor seats to the back.
Now
people
are reselling them now. So like the tickets on Ticketmaster are a lot of resale tickets where they have like just upped the price. But when tickets were first sold, like Club Renaissance, that was like 800 to like 1,000. Like when she first. Oh yeah,
that ain't the resale value of them things. Is like you said.
Her floor seats are between $3,000 to $5,000 right now in LA. They're like $3K to like $5,000.
Not me. I enjoy my money too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend no.
I spent $650 on my Beyonce tickets.
Even that's crazy.
It's an experience.
I want to see Drake.
It's my third Beyonce concert, so like I'm really excited.
And most people who pay that goes to every Beyonce concert.
This is my third concert. This is the most I paid for though. Like the priciest my tickets have ever been. And I don't know if it's because like it's at SoFi Stadium or whatever, because the first 2 times I saw Beyonce was at Rose Bowl, so I don't know, but yeah.
Are those shows worth it?
Yes.
No. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I can't lie about. She put on a performance.
Yeah.
I never forget the water show that she put on with, you know what I'm saying? She was kicking the water and all that. Huh?
With Kendrick?
Yeah.
She did it. Yeah. I know she did a performance with Kendrick with the water, but yeah, her Formation tour, she had like water and she was dancing in water. But yeah, Beyonce's stadium tours are like an experience because the stage is ginormous. The visuals are amazing. It's entertaining. She has some of the best like dancers like around her. And overall, like, I feel like Beyonce concerts, like, are just a happy vibe. Like, there's really, like, no negativity. Like, and the music's not, like, because Beyonce's music isn't negative.
He said I'd pay $50 to not go see her.
No. You know what I'm saying? But I understand. Like I said, I understand. Most women, like you said, she play music that really, you know what I'm saying, resonate with people. But, you know what I'm saying, it don't resonate to have me to come off that much money. I believe there's better things that I can do with my money.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you're just a guy, you know?
I swear to God, I've been trying every connection that I have to get to see Drake. I refuse to pay. I don't want to pay. I'm not paying. I've been trying to exhaust every connection. It's not working though. But we're gonna see. I definitely got to get myself out there.
What's next on the agenda, Scotty?
It's a couple news stories I thought were interesting. Paul Gasol went into the Hall of Fame. I thought that was pretty dope. LA Laker legend.
I knew that. That's a given.
I thought it was dope though to see him finally get in there. It seemed like it took forever. You got to wait like 10 years or something like that.
5 years. He went in at the 5 year mark.
Damn, so it's been 5 years. I thought it was longer than that. Seemed like I ain't seen Powell in forever.
Yeah, but like you said, he got to playing on a lot of them teams when he was on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Not really playing, but it's been about 5 years.
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
So you're not impressed by that?
No.
Or you just?
I knew he was going into the Hall of Fame. Like he's a Hall of Famer.
Are you don't watch the Hall of Fame things when they come around?
No.
Dang.
I watched highlights of it.
I didn't watch it either.
I watched highlights.
I don't.
Highlights too.
It all depends on like who the player is. Like when Deion Sanders went in the Hall of Fame, I watched it. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who's going, Michael Jordan went in the NBA, I watched it. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who goes, you know what I'm saying, determines, you know what I'm saying, my level of want to watch.
Yeah.
I think like when LeBron goes, like everyone's gonna be.
I'm watching.
Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy.
I'm watching.
Yeah.
LeBron's
like you said, he probably preparing the speech already.
LeBron's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greatest
He's probably
of all time.
He should probably be the first person that don't gotta wait 5 years.
You think LeBron's you think he's the GOAT?
I do.
Okay, I was trying to bait you into a debate just now. I didn't know you thought he was the. That's what I said. Like,
there's no. I can see why people. You know what I'm saying? Push Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I can see why. However, when I play basketball, I look at the totality of a person, and you know what I'm saying. He has everything. He has everything.
He does.
He's everything. Yeah.
But see,
we ain't even got to get into it because that'll take us crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I was just gonna say for a long time in my life, like I was like, I don't get the LeBron hype. Like, and I follow basketball, Scotty. I think you know my family or whatever. Like, they're very sports people, and I used to be like, I don't get the LeBron hype. But then, like, I think I finally like got it when he left Miami and then came back to Cleveland and like won a championship, and I was like, okay, like he's pretty goated. It was very. I was like very late on like the LeBron bandwagon.
You know what's crazy about that? You caught him after he left Cleveland the first. Go back to the first period of Cleveland. Like the man was like, look at those highlights. You gonna be like, what
didn't get the hype though. For me, it was always like Kobe Bryant during that time. You know, like I was like Kobe's like. So like I didn't even like care like that. Yeah. But it wasn't until like he left the Heat and then came back and then did his whole thing, and then when he came to the Lakers, I was like, okay, I gotta support him now. Like,
yeah, but that's like for me. I think Dame Lillard is better than Steph Curry.
Oh,
woo!
that's debatable.
I'm telling you, different teams. You know what I'm saying? If you give me him in that system, he'll be unstoppable.
Wait,
you said put him on Golden State?
Yeah. If Steph was with Portland.
No, you think Damian Lillard's Steph moves a lot.
He do move a lot. But what happens is when you have the right coaching staff and the right shooting around you, it makes the game easier. Name another Hall of Famer you say Dame Lillard play with.
I can't.
And he gets busy. He gets busy. Nobody on his team.
Can I throw Aldridge in there?
You know what I'm saying? But when he had somebody of that caliber, he was, you know what I'm saying, one play away from the big dance.
Bro, Stephen Curry is crazy, bro. I'm sorry.
He is. If you go watch Dame Lillard gets busy.
No, I like Dame. Dame is nasty, but he's not Stephen Curry, bro.
think though, if he was on a better team, he could probably like if he had like the Golden State team, because they're just a super team. Like it probably would encourage him. He probably would be playing at a higher level. Like
It wouldn't
I
encourage
get
him.
what
They
Wendell's
would just
saying
win
though.
because he'd have more pieces.
TV, you know what I'm saying? The more TV games you get, the better you're able to look.
Okay.
James just don't get the TV time. Will
get
you
that.
watch him? You ask any player in the league, who's the hardest player that they have to guard, and they say, "Dang."
Do you think? Well, they say probably like KD. I ain't gonna let you throw that in there like that.
No, I'm talking about point guard wise.
Oh, point guard.
Yeah.
Dame is nasty. Do you think out of this era, Dame is like the one guard who's like market affected his career the most?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
100%. 100. This is why he's the most underrated player in the whole NBA. But I take it to be his own fault because he wouldn't leave when he had the opportunity.
Yes, it's his fault for sure.
Yeah.
Why is what's name able to do what he does though?
Who?
The Greek freak. He in Milwaukee.
Giannis?
No, but what happens is they end up getting the right talent around him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You go get a Brook Lopez who was an all-star. You know what I'm saying? You go, you know what I'm saying? You go get some good players that went around him.
Dame has some players though, man.
Look at Millsap. Millsap went down. Look what they did without Millsap. Nothing.
Yeah, nice facts.
It's only been one team in the whole NBA that has won a championship without two superstars. One team in the NBA history.
Oh, the Mavericks? No, who? Mavericks?
That was it.
Mavericks
That's it.
Mavs. Oh!
The Mavs are the only team with Dirk Nowitzki. But what happens is they had a bunch of all-stars on that team, but he was the only superstar. Every other team that's won a championship have at least two superstars.
Nah, 100%.
So
we're gonna see, man. I think Dame's career is. He's not getting traded. That's one.
Yeah.
They talking about James Harden gonna come to the Clippers though.
That would be fun.
I don't see it. They would have to give up. They would have to give up stuff to get him. I don't think it happens.
You don't see it or you don't want him.
I don't see it. I don't want him neither, but I don't see it.
See the Clippers like really getting like some crazy people on the team. Like now that they got the new like arena that's coming, like
they got crazy people.
Yeah, they got like Kawhi and who else? Oh, Russ.
George. They
got a crazy team, but I could see them like just getting another person just to get people like into the new arena and like
Of course, they go over.
I feel like sports is all like entertainment and like business, so I just feel like there's just like initiatives like behind the scenes. Like I feel like we're now at a point like it's not just about sports anymore. Like it's like entertainment. Like what's gonna get the most like views? What's gonna get ticket sales? Like it's about money so much.
It's all business.
Yeah.
It's all business.
I feel like it used to not be that way though.
But the
like,
more people realize,
like
but it's just like you go, you know what I'm saying? You look at what doctors used to be, they really used to try to help. Now it's like, shit, they is money. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
Hey, I'm going to write these prescriptions. I don't give a damn. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yo, that means that they used to try to help. No, which is so crazy now. Because now they be like, I got a pill just for you. 12 months, we're going to put you on it. The insurance will pay for it. That's crazy.
When people find out there's money, they're coming.
Money rule everything, man.
Yeah.
Money.
America's very just money hungry in itself. Like even when it comes to like music and art,
the world
and stuff,
is.
like we just don't have appreciation like some other countries. Like we just try to monetize everything. It's crazy.
No. See, this is the difference between other countries. It's more of a dictatorship, and when you run in a dictatorship, we ain't gotta worry about it because the money coming to us anyway.
Exactly.
In the U.S., everybody's just dogging. That's why people from every place in the world are willing to hide in a wheel tire to get here. Why? Because of the opportunity.
Free economy, exactly.
Yeah,
you could come here, start your own business. Like you could do anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You can't
Look,
do that like in other countries. You can't just start a business. Like, it's crazy.
do me a favor. If y'all in the chat, can you please hit the like button? Get us some likes, man. Let's get some more people in here.
What's the next topic, Scotty?
Let's get some topics, some jumping topics, man. I know we're talking sports, and you know what I'm saying, let's go.
Interesting thing. There's been a reported 8,567 burglaries.
Let's talk about that. Okay, listen.
8,567 burglaries in LA, which also segues into the smash and grab conversation, the things that have been going on in LA.
Let's talk about it. Okay, listen. I don't know who's on this live, but if y'all know somebody that's selling any, I'm joking.
This girl's crazy.
I'm playing, but like I'm not playing.
What do you
like?
Are you surprised?
No,
I'm not
but I'm
surprised
just
by this
saying there's an organized thing going on where 40 people are running into Nordstrom's, stealing stuff and running out. Where are y'all taking this merchandise to? How are you selling it? Who got it?
I was watching some documentary, and they were showing like the smash and grabs that was happening in San Francisco, and they all meet in like this location, and this one guy who buys all the merchandise from them and go and resell it. But
Famo, I'm telling you right now, in about 6 months, it's gonna come out that nigga is a cop. They just lining everybody up. I swear to God, this is the only way. There's no way, bro. There's no way.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't put it past them, but in the meantime, them dudes are eating heavy from it.
Look, I just looked up a stat. And this is San Francisco. This isn't necessarily LA, but it says girls aged 13, 14, 15 among 6 suspects arrested in San Francisco. That's insane if those girls are that young.
No, yeah, it's a lot of young people too. Like I feel like in the video from Nordstrom at the Topanga Mall, the people look young. Like I don't even know how they're like orchestrating it like that. Cause it's like 30 people running in and stealing stuff, or like 10 people. Like where are y'all taking this merchandise to? DM me. I'm joking.
Nah,
I think
I'm playing.
it's not gonna stop. So I've seen like the mayor, Karen Bass, and then I think Garcetti were saying like they're having like, you know, extra patrol cop cars standing outside of these spots. 30 people, and no one's going to jail. That's the thing. Once society realizes that there's more of them than there is of the program, things start to get a little shaky. Like niggas realize they can't get all of us, bro. They're likely not gonna get none of us.
Nah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to. Do you think it's going to stop, or you think it's going to continue to ramp up?
No, it's because people hungry right now. You know what I'm saying? Even though there's a lot of money in the city, people like, you know what I'm saying? There's people, the rent
We're in
here.
a recession.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? People like, shit, we eating. I can run in there, get me $400 worth of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That they gonna pay me for. Let's run in.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
I think I saw something, but I always go back to this. In Kendrick Lamar's album To Pimp a Butterfly, I think the last track was Mortal Man, where he did like a little interview with Tupac, and he basically had Tupac saying like there's just gonna be a time where, you know, the poor is gonna be so hungry and the rich, like they're greedy and they're fat, and basically just saying like there's just gonna be a time where like the poor is just gonna be eating the rich. Like it's gonna be like war. It's gonna be like bloodshed and shit, basically. But like it just makes me think like, damn, like, because I remember listening to Pimp a Butterfly, like I don't even remember what year. What was that, like 2016? And now I think about it, I'm like, dang, like we kind of living in that time. Like people are like hungry and desperate, like just to do anything, like just to get by. And like we really are witnessing that right now. Like you said, with rent, like prices, like gas is expensive. Like I'm over here thinking, like I have a really good paying job, and I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, why do I feel like I'm spending so much money? And I realized, I was like, I realized like the price of my Fenty Beauty lip gloss started off at $18. Now it's at $21. So it's like, it's just like everything's increasing by like $1, though? And like your pay isn't increasing by $1.
That's not necessities though.
It is.
If everybody stays,
Fenty Beauty is a necessity.
But see, we live in.
I made a preference. Like, I know it's not a
No,
necessity.
no, no. I definitely know what you meant, but we live in a buyer's economy. You know what I'm saying? It's about buying. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to stop at McDonald's or Burger King or In-N-Out to get a burger than it is to just do it at home.
Yeah.
I could do DoorDash. I could, you know what I'm saying, go out and get it myself. There's so many different options that it becomes easy to spend money.
That's so true. Like, I use Uber Eats all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
I pay like $10, $15 extra sometimes just for like delivery, tip, taxes, and fees.
And there you know what I'm saying? But that's what happens. You got Amazon. People like, oh, I found this such and such. Oh, let me try that. Let me get this. Oh, that's a nice shiny cup. I want a new cup. I want this. And before long, the money continue to run out the pockets. And that's the way it
Did you
works.
order something from Amazon like yesterday?
Yeah.
Did you do your Amazon order?
I go to the mall, buy something, and take it back. Though I return it real quick.
Oh,
I wear
God.
it back.
Hey,
Oh, God.
that sounds like a good
That's no.
I need all.
sound like a good
all my
business
Uchis.
proposition to me.
I need all my Uchis, man.
We're so opposite. I go to the mall, buy a bunch of shit, put it in my closet, tags. I got like outfits with tags on it. Like,
get it out one time, bag somebody, put it on the gram, right back. Give my little 300 back.
I got pairs of heels I've worn one time. Like, I'm such a buyer though. Like,
You're a
I
consumer.
go to Sephora, I get a new mascara just because I need it. Buy a new lip gloss.
No,
I got like
No.
Not because you need it, because you want it. It looks nice. Oh, they just came out with a new one. I want to try it. Let's get it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a consumer though, for sure.
But this is the most times women are impulse buyers. This is the, you know what I'm saying, when they're doing the statistics and they're running the numbers, women are impulse buyers. Like, they'll buy automatically. That's why it's a lot of commercials or a lot of advertisements target women, because they know women are more likely to buy than a man.
Yeah. They said there was a I don't know who did the article, but they literally said that the Taylor Swift tour, her Eras tour, and Beyonce's Renaissance tour, because you know they're both doing stadium tours at the same time, is keeping the economy up. Because women are buying clothes, women are like getting their hairs done, their nails done, they're buying tickets, they're like just doing so much. They're buying like beads to customize like bracelets and stuff. Like, women are keeping the economy up just based on like going to like concerts and like pure entertainment. I read that like 3 days ago.
Yeah, but that's why, you know what I'm saying, you realize, you know what I'm saying, in today's world, if you advertise the right way to a woman, even the church do it. They advertise to women because women gonna come there, spend their money, get excited, and walk away.
Yeah, women love spending money, I feel like.
Other people's money at that.
Yes.
No, that'd be the main thing.
They don't want to spend their money. They don't want to spend their money at all. Somebody said go watch Community. Shout out to Community, man. Shout out AD and them boys over there. Shout out to them boys. Yo, so back to the flash robbery thing. Or really the question is, 50 Cent said, you know, he was like saying LA's finished. So he said, based on this, he's like, LA's, I told you LA's done. You think LA's over with?
No. What happens is he's promoting Houston because he's there. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to get more people to come to Houston and live in Houston. Why? Because he's a businessman. You know what I'm saying? Hey, LA finished. You might as well come get you a big old house here and be burning up and worry about a tornado and a flood or whatever else. Yeah. I don't want none of that. I pay the high rent.
Shit. I don't care. Like, if he's gonna market that LA is leaving or whatever, like.
50 said what?
Oh, you brought this big LA food up again. Oh my God.
You let Poppy on the live.
Hey, inside, east side. Calm down.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lil Poppy.
Yeah.
Not the class.
Are you not entertained?
What up, man? You better say something good. I'm giving you the boot, man. What up?
Oh man, what we talking about, man? First off, y'all niggas renting clothes? What is that?
Define renting clothes.
This is what rich people
buy
do.
it and take it. You said you buy something, bag something, and
people don't pay for their clothes.
Your favorite rappers do that.
Rich people don't buy
Your
their
favorite rapper gets sponsored clothes.
No.
And sponsored
They rent
chains,
their
but we
clothes.
won't talk
They
about
rent
that.
their clothes. You know what I'm saying? I got homies who got that bag. You know what I'm saying? They rent their clothes.
No, cause y'all talk
Broke
about the
people
niggas
don't
on that
rent
app.
their clothes.
I did see a commercial or some shit like that where it's like, oh, you'll never have to buy it again. You just rent the wardrobe and then send it back, and then they send you the new clothes, and then you wear those.
Where do you think they got
That's
that?
crazy.
Where do you think they got
That's
from?
crazy.
Broke people overspend. This is why they stay broke.
That's crazy.
Broke people overspend. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas not hustlers. Just say that.
You can. This is the thing.
Everything I wear, I own.
This is
Everything I wear, I own. But then I wear my shit. I wear shit niggas can't get. So I'm different.
Oh man, Hey, and I spent $400 on this just to be like, nigga, you ain't up on this. Yo, we gotta learn, my brother.
Hey,
but this
we gotta learn.
This is the same thing. You run around and you tell a person, hey, let's do bank accounts. Let's check investments.
Yeah.
Let's check where your money at. Then when you go there, then you're like, oh no, that's why I'm like, I'm not buying that. Let's check my investments. Let's check what my stock portfolio look like. Let's check what. And now,
Lil Poppy,
you can find me in the streets, even in the drought. My mattress is full. Why shouldn't I be out, motherfucker? I'm good.
Oh my god.
I'm good. Y'all don't know that song. It's
But
great. He do though.
But
Eastside cuz know that song. My mattress full, nigga.
But back in the day, I used to wear all the jewelry. I'm saying I used to wear a long
chains remind me of slaves in jail. I just had a discussion about this. I don't wear no chain.
It don't.
Chains
It don't remind me. It just reminds me of when I see people who spend that kind of money. I'm like,
people laugh at that.
Broke mindset. You'll be broke soon.
Imagine your ancestors fucking risking their life to escape slavery, and then they see your ass looking down from heaven wearing a chain. You just spent your whole motherfucking mortgage.
They don't look down and see a whole lot of stuff that they don't like.
Shit, yeah, but the change is crazy. Because the change is like, nigga, we just got out of these, and you still want to change?
That's
I also think the chain thing,
crazy.
I'm going to just say something real quick.
Especially y'all niggas with these chokers.
Hey,
we want to talk about that, though.
One mic.
I'm going to say something real quick about, like, the jewelry thing, because I've read about that and seen that perspective, like, niggas is wearing chains and all of that. But if we go back to, like, history before we were enslaved and like black people in Africa, jewelry is it's something to protect your vitals. So that's why people wear jewelry around their wrists and their neck, and they say it's like a high vibration. So that's like when you go to Africa and you see sometimes like, tribes, they have a lot of jewelry on, and it's all the way up their neck and it's on their wrist because it's kind of just like it's a culture thing. So I think within black culture, us buying chains, like we can make it in a positive and say like we're in touch with our ancestral roots of before slavery, instead of comparing it to the negative. But I get what you're saying about buying chains.
But I agree wholeheartedly.
Did y'all see Woman King?
I fell asleep during it.
Damn! This is the problem with the world.
No. See,
I watched everything though, but I did fall asleep during Woman King.
I'm telling you, you hit right on point. Most people only know black slave history because that's what they promote in movies. Most people don't know, you know what I'm saying, where arches come from and all the things that you see in Europe. This come out of Africa, jewelry. You know what I'm saying? You talk about chains. This black greatness found. Jewelry was found in Africa. Gold.
They was wearing
gold.
They was wearing gold.
Gold, diamond.
They was wearing gold. They wasn't wearing these little tennis bracelets. That's a whole different discussion.
You know what black people would look down?
If I see one more nigga in their granny pearls. If I see one more of y'all niggas in y'all granny pearls.
I'm not with the pearl movement, bro.
Hey, the granny pearls gotta go.
I'm not with
y'all niggas gotta stop wearing y'all granny pearls and paint y'all granny nails. Stop doing it.
You know what black people would look down on? What? It's being called a nigga. You use the word nigga all you know what I'm saying? You talk about what they would look down on? They look down on, you know what I'm saying? They was happy to have some level of gold or some level of...
we could really go deep if you actually know your history of Negus, but you ain't there, so I'm not going to go there. But, yeah, inside Eastside cousin stuck now. Look, because you know what I'm talking about.
Let me say, if they heard you use the word nigga,
white boy for calling me nigga. I check motherfuckers that ain't black for calling me nigga. So you feel me? I can do that. I'm different.
Just the fact
I
that
stand on mine, nigga. My mama's daddy was from Mississippi. My big mama was a slave. So yeah, I'm that close. This ain't ancestry.com. This ain't I'm 1%. Nah, nigga.
I know that's right.
Well, my grandfather mother was a slave. We're not about to argue slave stories. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, nigga. I'm
just talk no shit. Nigga, we're far away from this shit.
Arguing slave stories is crazy in itself.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is, nigga,
to get back to it, you know what I'm saying? What happens is the reason you buy clothes and take them back because it's a business. You know what I'm saying? It's a business. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta look at it like this. You gotta look at it like this. Majority of wealthy people are very cheap. I will say that.
That's how you get.
They are very cheap. They're very. Listen, hold on. They are very cheap.
Yes.
They do buy very what's the word? Non-materialistic items. The shit that they do buy is very basic. Bill Gates, them niggas wear fucking Target
Them niggas
clothes.
got 100 million mega yachts. So
and
it's
they
not
wearing Target clothes.
Yeah, but Steve, this is why
them niggas is wearing Costco jeans.
But
let me ask you this. What's the point of
But they got the bag. But
what's the most expensive piece of clothing in your closet? Tell me. Shirt. Give me a shirt.
I mean, so this is probably the Givenchy or some shit like that. But this is my thing is,
how much?
Like,
what's the purpose of that shirt?
The purpose of the shirt was it was a fly shirt. Honestly, it was a fly shirt. So it's two purposes, right? One, you feel me? I'm just a hood nigga trying to do better than a good nigga. So when I'm in these atmospheres
What
that I'm in,
that was an empty calorie. What does that mean?
What do you mean?
Empty.
How was it empty?
What did
you tried it? How was it empty?
I'll go. It's empty because it comes from an empty mindset. What happens is it's like the crab in the barrel mentality. As long as I'm higher than you in the barrel, I'm doing
First
good.
off, watch that word. First off, watch that word. It's a different way to say that. But anyway, what I'm gonna tell you is this.
I grew up around Crips. I don't worry about that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is another story they sold us.
But look, we ain't gonna go there. Look, the point is this. Is my point of saying that is, all right, so where we are, Scottie seen this. Scottie, if you're a certain place, I told somebody this the other day. I said, I never feel out of place, but I always see their face. Because I'm in places that motherfuckers like me, quote unquote, ain't supposed to be, where certain motherfuckers will get identity crisis. I don't get identity crisis because I know who the fuck I am. But for the motherfuckers in the room, I want throw off. You feel me? As opposed to when I'm just walking around in this with my do-rag or a Crenshaw shirt or my shirt and all that, they just like, damn, who let this nigga in here? But when they see me in that fur, they see me in them shoes that only they gotta use, the motherfuckers feel different. They don't know what to think when you pull up in the mink. You get what I'm saying? It make a motherfucker think twice before they say some crazy shit to you. It make a motherfucker think twice before they acknowledge you the wrong way or step on your shoe or any of that. Because yeah, one, you intimidated already because you know I'm a hood nigga. That's something I can't hide. But the other thing is, all right, this nigga got some shit it's not a chain, because chains are like a sign of insecurity for most niggas, respectfully. Sorry, y'all, it is. But
that's low-key true.
Sorry.
It's times where
I done been in the room with niggas with 10 chains on. Y'all niggas done spent a house, a yacht, and 30 on whatever you got, nigga, and your bitch still wanna fuck.
Let Wendell get it off. Let Wendell get it off.
Go ahead.
I think most of it is a sign of insecurity. This is the reason why, like you said, I gotta go show these niggas I got it. No. Look at the fur I got on.
It's not showing these niggas I got it. It's I got it.
Can I finish? What happens is the real flex is, nigga, you look at me, you think I don't got nothing, but I got more than you. That's the real flex. Nigga, I can get out and buy whatever I want, but I decide not to. Most people can't do that.
But I
decide not to. It's funny.
Why?
I think there's nothing wrong though with like wanting to have something a little nice and like just wanting to present yourself in a nice way. And I feel like that's what Lit is trying to say. Like he presents himself like when he steps out and he got that shit on, like he's just presenting himself in a different way, you know, rather than like just coming in like.
Let me push back on all of that because I do believe that perception is a powerful thing, right?
Yeah.
It is a tool that you use. But again, what perception are you giving and to who? Like you can impress
perception to anybody.
I can go to a spot, be fresh to death, impress a bunch of hood niggas, or I could be fresh, or I could not be fresh to death and wear them little I know y'all see them niggas wear the beads with the Apple Watch, and that might impress a business owner. Look at your face, but a business owner is gonna see eye to eye with me.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I want to impress.
I smell what you're stepping in.
Nigga or a nigga with some real money. Because niggas with real money wear the same. It's all about aligning with who you want to align with at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
And that's my biggest thing is a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with buying yourself something nice. What happens is most people will spend $300 on something nice but won't invest in nothing, you know what I'm saying, to secure their future. Yeah. This is the reason why we got to do stuff what we want to do it.
Yeah.
This is the reason why we stay stuck, broke, not having anything as a culture. I'm not talking about as an individual. You know what I'm saying? I got things as an individual. As a culture, we have nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're one of the biggest consumers. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I won't take $500. You know what I'm saying? I go buy a bottle with it, but I'm not going to take the same $500 to go invest in a business to get me going.
But this is my pushback on that, because you just said that you basically rent clothes. But I just said we don't own nothing. So hold up. Because that's my thing is, that's my thing is, I don't like leasing shit. I don't like renting shit. I don't even like being with a bitch if that's not my bitch and paying for anything, because if it's not mine, why did I pay for it?
This is what I'll say though. Black people own things. We don't own the right things. We own.
It's all mindset.
We got
somebody.
We got an apartment full of we got an apartment that we rent full of Gucci purses, probably fake, but we don't own the home. But we own fake bags.
Fuck Gucci.
We own fake.
Fuck Balenciaga. Fuck all them niggas.
Oh, nigga, I got every Jordan 1. I don't personally.
I'm not wearing Jordan. I'm not wearing Adidas or nothing.
But in an apartment, so it's like, yo, you own every Jordan, but you don't own anything of actual value and substance. Nigga, because you're buying all this shit, you don't even own your own thoughts. Like, that's where we are as a black culture.
No, that's why they say we got so many tattoos, because that's the only thing we own at the end of the day. But that's why I always, like, even when I was a young nigga, when I was just hustling and shit, I had name brand shit.
I want to hold you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to hold you.
I don't care about how much.
Pause.
Come on, man.
You want to hold another nigga? Wait a minute. No. Let me talk. So look, even as a young nigga, I want to ask you. As a young nigga, I was a hustler, right?
How many different investments do you have? Because I know you tell me you got all this great stuff. How many different investments? Let's get to the real stuff.
I got a label, I got an LLC, I got a clothing company, and I'm working on a publishing company. My shirts sell for $100 a piece.
Into that, to the marketing of that? How much do you invest into the marketing of that a month?
I do all ground promotion, all grassroots. Every sale that I make is initially because somebody saw me wear it, or they saw somebody that was an influencer wear it, and I didn't even have to pay for that. That's
how much do you invest into your marketing?
It's grassroots promotion. So the investment comes in the product. It doesn't come in the promotion. See, when your product is actually worth the promotion, you don't have to promote it that hard. But anyway, so like I was saying, when I was a young nigga, I was a hustler. You tried it. Inside, outside, nigga. Nah, he tried. I'm a rubber though.
You gotta get off the ropes, Bobby.
No. So look, this is the point, right? So even when I was a young nigga, everything that I had, name brand, my Louis jeans and shit like that, I'm gonna have some shit that the quote unquote hood niggas don't even know what the fuck I'm wearing. One, I like different shit. But two, if I'm gonna have some quote unquote name brand shit, it's gonna be some shit that the white person gonna be like, damn, how'd he get those? I don't even got those. Yeah, I want that type of shit.
And I was gonna say, hold on, let me say something real quick. I was gonna say too, if we are talking about like fashion and like buying designer and stuff, I think it all depends on like the type of designer you buy, because buying designer is an investment sometimes, because you can buy a piece, like a vintage piece or something, and it be worth more in the long run. Like a lot of people who bought like vintage Chanel in the 90s,
Wow.
now that shit's worth like 3 times the price. So I think it all depends on like what you're buying designer for, how you're using it. Like for me, like if I'm gonna buy something designer, like, and I'm gonna spend like a bag on it, I want it to be valuable 5-10 years from now. I don't want it to like lose value just because I thought it was cute, you know?
Yeah.
So I think
No,
that's
I mean,
important too to
and
consider.
that's one thing that I'll say that I bought name brand quote unquote shit for, is to bring attention to my brand. So I guess that would go into promotion of my brand, because if I wear a Givenchy shirt over this shirt, it makes you look at the Givenchy shirt and then you notice the design of this. So now you like, one, he wearing Givenchy, so he already on some shit that I'm not on, or some shit that I'm on. And now what's this? You get what I'm saying? You dress up your brand, just like Scotty wearing his hat right now, and he wearing whatever shirt he wearing. If that's a
All
popping
suburban,
shirt, they gonna look at. All right, so that's what I'm saying. Now they gonna ask what that shirt is, because they caught their eye was already caught with the hat or the shirt reversed. But back to the first shit. The first shit is also some ancestor shit, because the king, the hunters, anybody who was a dominant male wore furs.
Yeah, I got a few fur coats myself that were passed down to me from like my grandmas and my great aunts that have like not lost value, and it's like real fur. So it's like I get it.
Yeah. And I would say, like, I'm not opposed
My
to buying
ain't
like
no
things
fur.
for yourself. You know what I mean? I think that you should be investing first and foremost, and then on the back end,
Yeah.
you buy those. There's a way to do it. You know what I mean? And it's harder just because our communities are like coming from nothing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so it's just a little tougher. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a little tougher.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with like a little buying in return. Like rich people rent clothes all the time. Like a lot of actors, you see them on an appearance or whatever, they are not in their clothes. They get reimbursed for that stuff. Like a lot of people like that you see that's got that shit on, like their stylist bought it out for the night, they wear it for the night, they give it back to their stylist. So it's all about like perspective and like how you use things.
Bro,
That's what
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Nordstrom's, one of my favorite places, has like they
you
don't
was
have
hitting that lick, Scotty. That was you in that video.
Wait, what happened?
That
He
was
said
you in that
Nordstrom,
video
my
on
favorite.
Nordstrom's pulling that rack by the little wire.
Nordstrom's has a like there is no return, like you can return any, like from 10 years ago you can return it as long as it's in good condition. You know what I mean? And so every time I look at my closet, 4 pair of jeans I just looked at, some of them 60, some of them 100, I could probably count up thousands of dollars worth of clothes that's just sitting on a rack. People who understand money understand that money is just sitting there not doing anything.
Yeah.
Black people are the same, black, brown, same people who look at a bank account and think that that's something. Like a bank account with sitting money is nothing. Money is meant to be moved, money needs to be invested, and money needs to be working, which is why it needs.
With you.
So you just gotta understand where you're sitting your money. And like we have a lot of shit and it's just all revenue. You know what I'm saying? It's like where could that revenue be sitting elsewhere? You know what I'm saying? And then things that'll go up. So like Asia said, a bag. It is cool if it's sitting in the bag as long as the bag price is going up. Everything you look at should be going up in price. And if not, it's a liability.
Yeah.
And we just gotta understand that. But yeah, man. Let Poppy, man. Appreciate you coming up, dog.
Easy call, man. Johnny chase us away. They chase clout. Crenshaw niggas run the town. I'm out. Donovan know over everybody coming soon. Tap in.
Let's get it. See you Thursday, brother.
Yeah.
What's the next topic?
I
love how us talking about the robberies turned into like a whole thing about fashion and designer. Like what?
Yeah, that's why I brought Lit Poppy up, because it was like dying down, and I kind of knew if we brought him up, he was gonna go at it. There was arguing. Like people just want to be entertained at the end of the day, and I feel like we gave a little bit of like good jewels and shit, so it was like a cool turnaround for me. Because the beginning of the episode was like, yeah, I don't know.
Wendell and Lit got some.
Oh no, they got beef. Not
they
real
got
beef, but they be going at it, which is cool.
It's so funny.
It's cool.
It's so cool.
It's cool. It's cool. I don't have anything else. I don't think. I do have some big news, but I don't think I'm gonna tell the people yet. I think I'm gonna hold it.
No announcement?
But I got some big news. Well, it's just pretty cool.
Can you give a
You know
teaser?
what I'm saying?
Can you give a teaser?
No, I don't want to talk about it. Every time I talk about something out loud, it doesn't happen. That happened with the Rebel deal. Like, it just don't be happening. And so I'm going to just stay quiet.
Okay, no teaser.
Until it happens. But something I'm super excited about, you know, I'm being recognized, and I appreciate that.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So, you know, it is what it is. I can't think of anything else that I might need to touch on to. I don't know if you saw anything else in the news. We can kind of run down it. If not, we can make it happen, make it shake. Be back Thursday.
I don't think I've seen anything else in the news. I think I said at the beginning of this, like, what I've really just been paying attention to is the actors and writers strike in LA.
That's boring. I don't want to talk about that.
I know. No, it's really, it's a lot too. It's a lot to talk about.
Okay, strike.
But I think that's like it when it comes to like the news. Anything else that you want to share?
No. You have anything?
Okay, cool. So I have a question for you.
Oh my God. Really?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I know you've been doing your thing for a while. Someone said I like your wig. I gotta restart this whole thing.
This is a good clip, so run through it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
gonna run through it. Okay, so my question for you, you've built your brand to over 60,000 followers. You have millions of engagement each month.
10 million a month.
Yeah, millions of engagement each month. You're posting across multiple platforms: Suburban Wifey, Grub Good, Suburban, and even Suburban Resources. So I just have a question that I think a lot of people would want to know too. What is the mission of Suburban? Like, what's your mission statement of the brand?
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful question. And I feel like a lot of people don't really understand what we're trying to do. And maybe we don't always do like a really good job of conveying it, but that's something on the back end that we've been working on. But in the short form, like, Suburban was built to literally push the culture forward. Okay. I'll say it again. Like, Suburban was built to push the culture forward. And we do that by elevating voices, right? And so you think about what we're on now, which is a town hall meeting, which is like, we want you guys to come up and say and talk about different topics, no matter what it is, to create conversation. We do that by elevating voices through tweets, right? So we post a lot of different tweets, and people always take it as like Scotty's saying this thing, but it's not Scotty saying this thing.
It's the people.
It's literally tweets that not only myself, but the rest of the team is finding in the Los Angeles area, and we're curating those conversations and bringing them up. And so we really are here to push the culture forward. As we get into events, right? Like, what's the biggest thing with Los Angeles events? I feel like, you know, LA niggas get in a spot, they pop bottles, and they mean mug each other. When we get into events, we really want to push it forward and have people dancing, you know what I mean? Have people grooving. We want to push the mindset forward. So we joke a lot, but ultimately we want people from LA, really the world, is just to adopt a different mindset and just start looking at things differently. And I think we want to do that in a way that, like I said, elevates voices. But not only that, we do it in a way that's our way. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't want to do anything too cheesy, too corny, too boring. Like, I want to have fun. You know what I mean? I want to have a drink and still be able to talk business. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. And so, I know I said it a million times, but Suburban is literally here to push the culture forward. And we do that by elevating the voices of the people. That's literally what we're doing. The important voices, the voices that we think have something to say. So, and the ones that don't kind of come up, but you know.
Yeah. And I think that's a wonderful thing and a wonderful mission that you have. And I feel like you definitely have created a lot of conversation in LA and have definitely amplified a lot of people's voices. And I feel like it's only going to continue to grow more and more, with just amplifying the voices of Los Angeles and putting like a spotlight on the people that are really putting on for the culture. So
yeah, I think
clap
it's
it up
tough.
for you.
I think it's
Woo!
tough because or internally, what I struggle with is like, we didn't get big on necessarily the good side of pushing the culture forward, right? We push the culture forward through entertainment all the time, and that's like the toxic, low-key, messy stuff. And I feel like we do that in a pretty brand safe way. And so, it's hard to like implement other content because you guys literally don't like it, or like it just literally does far less than this other exciting shit does. And so we definitely got to do a better job of implementing that stuff, but it bothers me because it doesn't do well as like talking shit about LA niggas all day. You know what I'm saying? That shit is gonna go viral every single time. And maybe it's not important that, like, we did the what was it? Noah's Foundation thing. Like, that got nowhere near as much exposure as like the more toxic stuff that we post. And so I battle that internally because it's like, why not just go full-fledged? But
yeah, I definitely think, from the beginning, like, of posting like a lot of think pieces on LA and posting people's tweets and like what people say and like starting conversation, you've kind of like gathered the audience of people that kind of like the messiness of it. But I think like you should continue to, like you said, push the culture forward, like continue to post, the nonprofits and stuff. And I think people will really catch on, and you'll gain a different audience too, like of people, for example, like, I don't like to like say other brands' names, but I'm gonna say like Embracing Black Culture. They have like 1 million followers, I think, or I don't know. They're very high, and they post like fun Black culture things, where it's not so negative and it can be like a space for positivity. Or a page that I really like that I've been following is like Black Girls in Media. They post a lot of good, positive stuff as far as helping Black women gain media, or like gain work experience in the media, and people who want to pursue that type of career. So I think you should continue to still highlight the things that you want to highlight in the positive aspect of Los Angeles and Los Angeles culture. And you're going to continue to gain like an audience. I think it's only just growth, so don't be hard on yourself when like you post a foundation and like it doesn't get as much clickbait as something that gets clickbait, but I think you're doing a wonderful job, and I'm excited to like see how far this is gonna go.
Yeah, man, I'm excited too. We'll definitely see what happens.
Everybody follow Suburban Wifey too while you're at it.
Yep.
You need to get the page.
Follow Suburban Wifey. I've definitely dedicated and sacrificed a lot for this shit. So just gotta keep pushing.
Yeah.
But without further ado, we've been streaming for a cool minute.
They said, "Where's Massage Bay?"
Yeah, I know. I seen that. I purposely like ignored that comment.
Okay. Well, I just said it now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just letting you know I purposely ignored it. I want to know, what do you think about transitioning this into like an actual podcast? What's your thoughts on that?
You know me, I love like podcasts and watching interviews and people sitting down and talking. I think like in the direction, if you want to continue growing and gain bigger audiences, like definitely like Instagram Live to podcast to like a show or something is a great transition, or even just sitting down and doing like YouTube videos and stuff. I think it's great. I don't think there's any bad side to it at all.
Got it. Somebody said, I guess she cut. Yo, the internet is crazy, bro.
So funny. I be reading a lot of these comments and I just be cracking up.
They be on my head top,
man. And I'll post something on like Wifey and like Wifey's women content, like, and people just be like, going off sometimes. I think people were mad that I posted this one girl went to Santee Alley and bought 3 pairs of cargo shorts for $60 each, and they was like, you can order that off of Shein. Like, you crazy for that? Like, I was like, y'all, it's really not that deep. Like, she's just going to Santee Alley to buy stuff. Like, who cares? Like,
But
let a girl
They be
live.
hot. They be hot. They be hot.
Yeah.
She might. No, hold up. I hope I'm saying your name right. Naomi, stop asking about that woman. I love Massage Bay. That's my girl. We just saw Massage Bay.
Damn, someone just said something real crazy.
Oh, you don't want to read that. You read the so,
Like,
y'all are
people
so crazy. Yo.
Like, insane.
Why would I use my power like that? That's so crazy.
That's so crazy.
That just threw me off.
Yeah, like, real bad.
He said I thought she was a bit loud. You guys are funny, man. I love Massage Bay, man. It's my girl. I just seen her the other day. Just my opinion, though. Y'all two definitely fucking. Who? Me and Shorty right here?
Don't even entertain these comments right now.
You have to. You gotta entertain the comments, man. This is the community.
The community.
This is the community. Jay, the interviewer. I see you trying to come up, but I'm afraid you're gonna say something wild, brother.
They want you to come to the Urban Awards this weekend.
It's a porn star.
Oh,
award. I don't think.
that's that one guy that was coming up here and was talking about how he knows all the porn stars and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that live.
Crimson on
He
Chinhead.
was wild.
I'll add you up,
for
brother.
that.
Yeah, he gonna say some wild stuff. Set me up with Mr. Marcus. I'll interview him. That will be a legendary interview. I ain't gonna lie.
Have you ate dinner tonight?
No, have you hear my stomach?
No, I was just asking because I haven't. No, literally, I came home from the gym and then, like, literally, as soon as I came home, I seen you went live and I was like, dang, time to clock in.
My girl. Okay, hold on, because we can't exit without our sound music. Hey, real quick for y'all that's still in the chat. My instance. Should I do these once a week or twice a week? I'm thinking once a week.
What, the town halls?
Yeah, the really what these town halls are for, I definitely want you guys to join in for sure. But more importantly, it allows me to like create clips, and then from the clips, like it's just more exposure of my face. Like this is literally a brand play for me, like literally. And so, you know, once I get enough celebrity, then Monte Ocho, that's what I'm talking about. Once a week, my brother. Oh, look who's back.
Yeah.
Look like we ain't getting off no time soon, man.
No.
Bye, wife. You get out of here.
I'm joking.
You ain't gotta be here.
You getting out on me?
On live. I enjoy it. I need everyone to follow the page though. Like I sit on here for the exposure.
Yeah.
It's all business.
That's good.
Got you. As long as you exposing my page, we good.
Yeah.
That's it. Suburban Wifey, that is.
Suburban Wifey is just an umbrella under Suburban. But we're our own thing. I feel like we have like our own little stuff going on.
Y'all all right. Ah.
Since we got Suburban Wifey on here, why y'all not talking relationships on here?
We should have a conversation about relationships. Oh my God, let's talk about it. So I've been obsessed with Love Island. Like I've been watching Love Island UK. Like, I don't know. I've just been watching it. And it's just been making me think about relationships. I feel like I know everything at this point. Like, I don't know. Talk to me about anything. I feel like I'm going to give some great insight on.
Pose a question or a thought. Like, give us something.
I feel like you have a lot of questions, and let me give my talk.
I have no questions.
Okay. I throw some questions.
That girl talk about LA culture.
Ignore the comments, please.
Something that I think is so funny about being a girl and like dating in LA. I think I saw something a long time ago, and it was like, I don't want to date no girl from LA because if she has like a celebrity crush, like she got way too much access to like celebrities and things like that. Like people say like LA girls have too much access to like rich men that could like steal them from their man and stuff. And I feel like that's a hard part of like being an LA girl. Like we kind of have this perception that we live a fast life, and like we low-key do. Like anywhere I go and I tell people like, oh yeah, like I'm from LA, you know, and mind you, I'm from the Valley. I'm from the Valley, but I tell people like, yeah, I'm from Los Angeles, whatever. They kind of like give me like this weird energy back, like, oh, like as if like I'm in the scene or like I'm in the mix. And I just sometimes I feel like being a woman and living like in LA, like the perception sometimes is like as if we have access to like a lot of stuff, and it makes us kind of undesirable by some men that want like a simple like life and like a simple woman. Do you guys see what I'm talking about?
No,
Sorry, I was wrong.
I do. I was just, it was somebody told me I look like the game in the comments.
You like a Valley girl, whitewashed, light skin, period.
I would say that that young man who said like LA or girls have access to rich, I think he's just playing too much defense. You gotta get on offense, because if she got access, brother, you got access. You in LA too. You know what I'm saying? Like you get out there, build your name. You know what I mean? That's all you do.
So let me ask the question. Why is it hard to keep a relationship in Los Angeles?
Too many options. People think they got like more options than what they think they have. I feel like we just have so many people. It's not a small town. We're one of the biggest cities in the United States. So it's like, it's just so many people. You feel like you have a lot of options. So like people aren't willing to work as hard for like a connection that they may have built for someone. Like they don't care to go through the turmoil. Like they're like, oh, I can find someone else.
What do you think? Scotty, what do you think?
I think it's just a discipline thing, right? Like, you got all the options in the world, but if you're disciplined enough, then it won't really matter, right?
Yeah.
So I blame it probably on discipline. I'd also question, like, is it hard to keep a relationship in Los Angeles? Is that a thing?
It is. You know what I'm saying? It is. This is why, you know what I'm saying, they talk about one of the highest divorce rates, one of the highest, you know what I'm saying, relationships breaking up. Yeah, it's a huge thing.
Yeah. I think dating in LA is definitely hard.
You think it's harder than another place?
Yeah, like if I lived in Texas, like at 23, I'd probably be like a teacher and like have a husband and like a house like at 23 or whatever, like if I lived in Texas. But out here, like it's just not like that.
I don't think that's...
I feel like guys like in LA don't look for like having a wife or like buying a house, and like I've never met a lot of guys that like actually think about like having like...
I think no matter where you go in the world, people are going to be people, and like I could be in Idaho and Mrs. Jameson, the teacher, and her husband, like if I'm the other teacher and I'm a man and I hang out with this teacher every day, like I'm susceptible to like sleeping and just cheating.
That's true too. Like
like it isn't...
Temptation is everywhere.
Yeah, humans are humans everywhere. I think
I agree.
To me, it is all... I think what people say is very important. So like when we say like dating in LA is hard, it just perpetuates and creates that, when like I don't know if it's harder than it is in another place.
I do believe it's harder than other places. You go to Wyoming, it's not a lot of options in Wyoming. You know what I'm saying? There's
how not?
It's like a life. Sorry, go Wendell.
For many reasons. Like I said, LA has a scene here. You know what I'm saying? And in that scene, you know what I'm saying, people want to be seen. So, you know what I'm saying, and most times people want to be seen single. So why, you know what I'm saying, I may find somebody attractive tonight. I may be looking for somebody that's looking for me. You know what I'm saying? There's multiple things, you know what I'm saying, or reasons why people like, I just want to be single right now. I want to do me. I want to, you know what I'm saying, do my own thing. And LA lives for that.
Mhm.
In other places, when you go out and there's nothing to do, there's nothing to do. In Los Angeles, when you go out and there's nothing to do, it's probably because you don't want to do nothing. There's always something going on here.
You think in other places there's times where it's literally nothing to do?
Oh, I've lived in other places. I've been to Atlanta. I've lived in Tennessee.
Atlanta's lit.
You know what I'm saying? I've been to, Atlanta lit. Atlanta ain't LA. I've been to a lot of places. Atlanta turn up on the weekends. You get
But that's
LA
like
turn
like city too. Like we're talking about like a regular like town, like Fort Worth, Texas. Like there's not much to do.
Listen, I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. Miss Jameson, like Instagram is real. Like I'm gonna find me something. It may be a little harder to get to it, but I'm gonna get. That's how I feel. Like I feel like it's not. I don't know. I don't know if I completely agree. I do think that there is.
I just think like
You know
there's a certain reaction.
You know I'm
when
gonna take
you
it.
tell people you're from LA.
I'm gonna take it to the money. Because if I'm dating this dude and he's struggling in LA and I got a football nigga in them DMs, that's where it gets tricky.
Yeah.
To me. That's where it gets tricky. But anything below that.
Back to my original point of like being a girl, like in LA, you have access to a lot of different types of people and shit, you know? People look at you different. That's all I gotta say. Like I went to college out of state. I had a roommate from Atlanta. I had someone else who was from Colorado, someone from Seattle. I tell people, oh, where are you from? Where are you from? And it gets to me, I tell people like, oh, I'm from LA. Be like, it's like a reaction. It's weird.
I had the same thing. I went to school in Atlanta, country boys like, oh, you from LA? But it's not like, that doesn't mean anything to me. Like, what does that really mean or do?
There's a perception when it comes to people from LA.
It sounds to me like you believe the perception is what it sounds like.
I mean, LA is like no other city, so yeah, I do.
You think because you're from LA, you're special?
Sometimes, yeah. I definitely think I have more privilege than someone who's from, like, Wyoming.
More privilege or more access? Like, you have more access to things? I wouldn't say you have more privilege.
Yeah, like more access, and by access, that causes, like, certain privilege to certain things. Like, I work in entertainment. Like, I have the access to just go to one of the best places that people would love to work at, you know? And it's 7 minutes away from me.
So living in Los Angeles, have you ever cheated in one of your relationships?
No.
You've been 100% faithful in all of your relationships?
Yes.
What do you constitute as cheating? Like physical aspect of it?
Physical aspect, flirting aspect, like.
That's very proud. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm super proud of you. Look at Mary's question. Why would you? That's not even a thing. What is she talking about?
That's so mean. Black women don't cheat.
I feel like anything under the age of 28 in our culture is gonna cheat, and likely even above that. To be honest, that's like a true belief of mine. I would love a country boy who moved to LA. I don't know about a country boy that moved to LA. That's like
they gonna hate it here.
Nah, that's like the daughter who mama never let her did nothing. When she get out,
yeah, they
gonna go crazy.
Either they're gonna hate it here or they're gonna act wild and it's gonna change them. Like that's why people who are country and come to LA, they start acting different, and that's why there's this whole narrative of LA transplants like acting different because they forgot where they from and shit like that.
I'm gonna make a full 360 too, and say like,
well,
I definitely can understand the idea of like when I go out and there's just women outside, like I get it. I definitely get it. I don't know. I think like a small rural town, I think like your market is your market and you're going to play your market. So like if there's 15 people in the market, 15 people cheating. Like that's just how it's got. That's just it may not. It's not as many options, but somebody's the cream of the crop out of the 15, and that's kind of how you play. Like somebody's rich in that atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? He may own the local store, and niggas know when Bobby come through, he owns the local mart. Like we rocking with Bobby.
Have you ever cheated, Scottie?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, multiple times.
Why?
You know, I'm not the ugliest dude, so like, well, one, let me be complete. One, I'm not necessarily ready for like a relationship when I was cheating. Two, lack of discipline, right? And I also want to preface this when I say cheating. It's like less of cheating because it wasn't fully commitment, but like not being truthful, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's more of that. But and then lastly, like yeah, like I think I just genuinely have lots of options, and so I'm below 30 years old. Like I want to explore things when they're given to me. You know what I mean? And I have no problem saying that. So yeah, the problem is when I lie and I'm not completely honest. That's where the issue lies. So. Yeah.
Okay. I had another question, but I forgot.
Yeah, Mary's chewing you up right there.
Cool. So you better watch it. I do not care.
Mary Lou, you been in my DMs, girl. You better stop playing.
Yeah,
I'm exposing today.
I've never cheated. You know what I'm saying? I've been with multiple women at the same time, but I've never cheated. I've always been upfront. I've never. When I'm single, I'm single. And you know what I'm saying? I say that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of speak my, hey, this is what it is.
We love a stand-up guy, Wendell. We need more people like you.
You know what I'm saying? Let me say, everybody don't take it as well, but you know what I'm saying? It's understandable. But I'm straight up. That's just who I'm a straight shooter. This is what it is. This is what you get. If you don't like it.
Stand-up guy.
I've tried to be a straight shooter, but I feel like girls don't always
accept
that. And then when they don't accept it, they try to put you in a situation that you're not ready for, and then it's like it becomes your fault or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how I'd be looking at it. But, you know, if you find somebody that's really about it, y'all can work that shit out.
Something that
Let me ask you, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I saw something on the internet talking about like love, and like it just made me think about something. It was like love isn't about like possession, but it's like about like appreciation, and that's kind of like changed like my whole kind of like thought on like relationships and like feeling like you own a person and stuff like that when it comes to relationship, when you don't own anyone, you know, like a relationship is definitely like a choice. And I don't know, it made me think, like, seeing that small little quote about, like, love is not about possession, it's about appreciation. But
I agree.
I think I posted to my story, and then someone was like, nah, if I love something, like, that's, like, I'm possessive over the shit I love. And I was like, that's low-key true.
That's
low-key how that's, like, also...
Because if I love you, like, or if you're my girl, like, you're mine. You know what I'm saying? Not actually, but, like, if you do something that goes against you being, or if you go cheat, then you're not, like, the problem is you're not acting like you're mine, right? Or what is the problem with cheating, I guess? Is it because you're...
Oh, this was my question for you. Like, do you think, like, if someone cheats, like, can they be forgiven? Like, how do you feel about forgiving someone?
Will I forgive them?
Well, I'm just saying, how do you feel about forgiveness when it comes to a partner cheating? Like, do you feel like people can have second chances and prove themselves to be okay? Or do you feel like, no, that's it, you cheated, you proved to me, like, this is done for?
Well, first of all, may he who has not sinned cast the first stone, right? That's nobody is above mistakes. Mm-hmm. Right. And so with that being said, like, all can be forgiven, I feel like. Will we still be together? That's the conversation that we'll, you know, definitely talk about. I think if I'm to speak for me personally, I think, no, I'm completely done. I'm 100% done. Yeah.
What if you cheat?
I,
Would you want
I,
to be
I don't.
forgiven? Sorry, go Wendell. Go Wendell.
No, like I said, to me, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Once a person, because one of the things that Scottie talked about, you know what I'm saying, earlier when he talked about the fact that he was cheating, it was because he wasn't fully interested in who that person was. And what happens is it's easy, you know what I'm saying, to love someone and not fully be interested in who you are as a person. And because, you know what I'm saying, most people, you know what I'm saying, are, you know what I'm saying, allowed to, you know what I'm saying, or it happens at times where people cheat. At that point in time, I found something that I'm willing to take a chance on over you. It's the same way a person is willing to take a chance to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Why at this moment, this felt better than anything else. That's why I'm willing to try this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, you know what I'm saying, why most people find themselves like asking the question, how could you do this to me? How could you? Why? Because deep down inside, a person found something else that they're willing to put over you, even if it's for a brief moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so my question for you, Scottie, was
Y'all a couple?
who's the couple?
Comments are lit. Another comment said, could you date somebody who did porn as a profession?
I said no.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Nah, I'm
That don't even
good.
make no sense.
Yeah, that definitely don't make sense. I'm not me.
Yeah. Scottie, do you feel like if you were to cheat, you feel like you could be forgiven? Would you want to be forgiven?
Would I want to be forgiven?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would want to, for sure. I'd want to be able to do it and she not say nothing. If I ever could, like, if I had it my way. But
you need some discipline, some learning.
I mean, we all need a little discipline.
Don't
I
we
think,
all?
yeah, everybody needs more discipline. You can't hurt more discipline. But I would say, like, I'm not above not being forgiven. Like, if I did something there, like, I don't forgive you, like, I have to take that on the chin. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not above that at all. I think I would be forgiven, yeah. And well, go ahead. Because
Go.
once you do it, it opens up a can of worms that you can't fix, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now she's cheating back, and then it just becomes a thing, and it's just bad. I don't like cheating. That's like, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. It don't sit right in my spirit.
Yeah.
I think in relationships in today's world, there's not enough communication.
I was just saying that with my homegirl today.
But this let me I want to explain why.
How about that?
You know, and you're saying I may get you know what I'm saying, beat down for this. But what happens is I feel like in relationships, most times women can critique you, but you can't critique them. So when the dialogue a lot of times come out, it's more so about what they feel, how they feel about it, why they feel about it. And once you get to I never get to see your feelings, but once I start to do that, they shut down or go in a different direction and now a dude like, I'm just not gonna say nothing.
Yes. This is literally the exact scenario as one of my homegirls. We was talking today, and that exact same thing that you said is literally her current situation. And I told her, I was like, you are low-key wrong for this. And I told her, we had a whole conversation. I'm not going to air anything out on this live. But yeah, that's so true. Like, a lot of times women don't like to take accountability. And so that's something like I've even noticed sometimes in myself, and I think I've worked on it, like where I'm like, like, okay, like I'm sorry, like I'll work on this. Like I've definitely noticed that is like a woman tendency, and like it does cause a man sometimes to shut down when they do express their feelings, but the woman just feels like she's not in the wrong. But sometimes women are in the wrong, and like it is about like communicating through those walls where it's like, just getting through that, like with communication. But yeah, like that's so true what you're saying. Like that's real shit. Like literally, I had a conversation today with my homegirl just like that scenario.
Yeah. But I think that's one of the, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody like, oh, communication is the key to a good relationship. It is. However, most times men are not allowed to get up and speak their truth.
Yeah.
So what happens is men a lot of times mask their truth. So instead of us having this real dialogue about what I feel sexually, mentally, emotionally, a man will just go out and talk to another woman. This is how they get in another woman's lap. You know what I'm saying? And start to talk to her because she's open. We don't have no relationship, so she'll listen to everything that I got to say, but you won't.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
that's so true.
But I think, you know what I'm saying, if, you know what I'm saying, in relationships today, I think that's where I find the biggest gap when I talk to couples, my own relationship and things of that nature, is the lack of being able to talk to that person and really tell them what I feel without them being hurt or emotionally taken back by what I said.
Yeah. And I say that all the time. I just feel like communication's key. Like I majored in business communication, so I took a lot of classes in interpersonal communication, business communication, group communication. So it's so many aspects that you don't even think about when you are just talking to a person one-on-one. Like there's so many things. And this isn't like a lesson or anything, but I definitely feel like something that could really just help people like in their life is like taking a communication class, learning their communication style, and like sometimes like learning your partner's communication style, because it's important to know like how people want to be spoken to, like how people want certain information delivered, you know. So it's just like I totally agree on like the lack of communication, so true. And I also feel like the internet, having cell phones and stuff, like it's kind of messed up communication in a sense. But that's a whole nother thing, like if we want to get into it. But yeah, I agree. Scottie, you got any? You've been real quiet. How you feel?
No, I'm listening. I'm sitting here questioning what communication does to enhance a relationship.
What communication does to enhance a relationship?
Because you said more communication fixes the
No.
problem.
A lot of times it's not more communication. It's open communication. Where I can openly talk to you about, like you said, hey, this is how I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying, and everything's all right. However, on the other end of things, most times women are able to openly express how they feel, and a guy shouldn't react. He should just listen.
Well, okay.
That's true.
Are you saying though, because you're one end you said open communication, the other end you said that the man he shouldn't react. So when you have open conversation, should you react or should you not?
No, I didn't say you shouldn't react. I say
you're not allowed
they don't want you to react. But when the shoe is on the other foot,
okay,
they can react, but you can't react.
Got you. And then you don't have to get crazy. What's an example of like you telling somebody how you feel and like it warranting a reaction that would be unfavorable? Like
you giving them something that they can probably work on to better the relationship. But
got it.
But instead of them taking that as, you know what I'm saying, okay, you know what I'm saying, you're probably right. But when the shoe's on the other foot, when they're telling the guy, this is what you need to work on, you need to work on that or it's a problem. He don't listen to me. He don't take what I say into consideration, things of that nature.
He don't listen? Okay. Got you.
What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, when a woman is obviously you're married, right? So like when she's telling you, hey, this is what you need to fix, in that moment, are you then accepting it and saying, okay, cool, you're right, but this is what you need to fix? Or is it like you take it and you say, okay, boom, like I just listen, it's done? Or are you pushing back ultimately like, okay, that's cool, but what about here, here, and here?
No. It all depends on, you know what I'm saying, the level of conversation. Sometimes I'm sitting there listening because I got nothing else to respond back to.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know what I'm saying, if we're having a dialogue where, you know what I'm saying, we're talking about places where we can grow in the relationship, you know what I'm saying, now when you tell me something, I'm able to, you know what I'm saying, reflect that back, say these are some things that, you know what I'm saying, you could possibly do.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? But this is
But
where
not
I
in a
used to
petty
always
way,
hear that,
correct?
huh?
Like, you don't say stuff back like in a petty way. Like, if your wife
No.
you're like, oh, well,
No
I want
matter,
you to work on this. Do you say like, well, you do this and da da da, and that bothers me? Do you throw like that energy out, or
no,
it's more a dialogue?
no matter what the response is, if it's not something most times that they want to hear, even if they know they need to work on it and you tell them that, it becomes a sore spot for them. This is my insecurity. This is, you know what I'm saying? The reason I got upset when y'all go back and have a conversation later, the reason I had upset, that was a sore spot for me. That was an insecurity, an area that I'm insecure in. But a man don't get to be insecure.
Oh, yeah, so we can't be insecure. Oh, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get that. This is where I used to always hear the term happy wife, happy life. But what I realized is you can have a happy wife and a miserable husband.
Damn, you're right
You know
about
what I'm saying? Because that becomes the thing. One person, you know what I'm saying, will sacrifice, all right, I'm going to sit here and listen. I'm going to take it all in. And the other person, like, the hell with it. You know what I'm saying? You need to just listen to my feelings and my emotions and what I'm processing and what I'm going through.
In your relationship, do you feel like you're able to express your insecurities on an open table?
No.
And that's I think that's a cultural thing. Like, it's just not available to us.
But what happens is it's like what you talked about earlier. They ask for, be honest with me. Tell me, you know what I'm saying, you just want to have sex with me.
No. I think that women become ultimately turned off once you start doing that.
You start doing what?
Once you start expressing how you feel.
Mm.
Like, you got feelings about things and like expressing it, it just becomes like, and maybe I'll speak for our generation. I feel like women begin to look at that like you're not dominant. Because the rest of these other niggas on Instagram, broad shoulders, would never flinch at what I just did. And so for her to see you in person and you're showing how you feel, you're soft.
Yeah, and I think sorry, I was just gonna say, I think it all kind of depends on too, like the person you're talking with or the person you're dealing with, because there are some people that respect when you do say your feelings and you do lay it out on the line, because ultimately, like, that brings you closer to the person. Like, for me, like, I enjoy when I hear someone's feelings and we can talk about our feelings and it be like a judgment-free type of zone, and like we grow from that. And I feel like
I don't
that's
think it
helpful.
exists. They say we're in a sassy man apocalypse. Everything we do is sassy.
Sometimes.
But even sometimes, it's either we can express how we feel or we can't. What do you mean sometimes? Can we express how we feel or we can't?
Yeah, you can.
No, we can't, because sometimes you're going to call me sassy. And so you're playing mind games.
And sometimes men call women types of names when they act out. Like,
and women's rebuttal is, I'm a woman, I'm allowed to feel this way. Like, it's a trump card, and there's nothing we can do to
I think someone said it in the chat. They were like, it's a human thing, though.
But that's cute. And again, like Lip Poppy, that's empty calories, because we don't actually live by that in the real world. She's saying it's a human thing, but let her man come off and start being, what's the name? Like, she's not going to like that nigga. He's going to be in a group chat like this. Such he's always bothered by something, etc. Like,
yeah, I get that. I really do get that perspective.
Yeah.
I think everyone can just have more empathy too. That's something too. Like, just more empathy, like putting yourself in someone's shoes and taking away everything that you know, your knowledge, your biases, your like everything that you know and believe in, and like putting yourself in someone's shoes and like really understanding where they're coming from. Like, I think empathy is a huge thing that we can teach people to have more, and I think that can help with, you know, communication.
Black Max said he got called sassy for ordering guacamole at Chipotle before. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I really, like, at this point in my life and like where we are, I have thoughts that like monogamy is not possible. Like, I have real thoughts about that. Like, and I'm on a spectrum of like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. What do you think about that?
I had a conversation with someone a long time ago about that, like about like monogamy, and we basically said how like there's more women than men on the earth, and like just like in like a numbers game, like it brings
Not
the
possible.
idea of like monogamy and like just being with one person and all of these things, just because like there's more women than men and things like that, like to like populate the earth. So yeah.
I just genuinely. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, I was like, but I definitely think like everything is a choice. Relationships are a choice. You have a choice to be with one person. I definitely think marriage is also like a way to gain like wealth and power, more than anything. So yeah, I guess that's just my perspective.
Yeah, I just feel like everybody cheats or does things that would not be favorable to your partner in the realm of cheating. And just based on that belief, like that's an actual belief of mine. It's like, okay, is this really real? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, granted, I have not had the best, like, just growing up. Like, I've never seen it. Like, Wendell tells me all the time, like, that his, like, relationship has not been filled with any infidelity or, like, cheating. And even with my children in the back of my mind, I'm like, nah, somebody done. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally what my mind has, at this point in my life, told myself because of, like, my experiences. And so overriding that has been a process for me, very tough. And so I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if like this is where my mind will always be. Maybe I will get to a spot where I'm like, okay, this is actually like possible. But I wasn't able to see that before the age of like 25. And so it's like, okay, 25 years of just bullshit relationships have led me to this place.
Damn.
Yeah. Relationships.
It really be like that. Like, this should be scarring people. Like, love battle scars and shit. But yeah, I mean,
Wendell,
you
what you
can only
say?
do so much, and you can only control people so much, you know? Like, sometimes you just gotta let people do them. There's only so much you can do.
But I just think overall, in order for, you know what I'm saying, a relationship to really work, I think the communication has to be open. This is why I believe, you know what I'm saying, women could, you know what I'm saying, have an opinion on what a man should be, you know what I'm saying, what they want from a man, but most times men are not allowed to have that same opinion, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of times that brings frustration in relationships where you're not able to voice that. And this is where, you know what I'm saying, deep-rootedly, you know what I'm saying, where you'll get a man and be like, fuck it, I don't gotta deal with this. It is a bunch of women out here. I am a good man. You know what I'm saying? I could just go get somebody else.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for
Or vice
that.
versa.
But I was just gonna, you know what I'm saying, gonna say that. And this is where, you know what I'm saying, where women will come in and be like, I don't have to deal with this, not knowing that everybody's dealing with something. No matter how good it looks on TV, this is why they'll hashtag their favorite celebrity, relationship goals and things of that nature, not knowing they on the brink of breaking up themselves.
Exactly, yeah. So, and that's why I always say, like, this should be a choice, like, who you want to stay with, like, who you want to be with. Like, are you going to work through things, or do you want to throw in the towel? Like, it's just, like, it's all a choice at the end of the day. I think people do give up too easily, though, now these days.
No, shout out 300 on Butter Badge. Appreciate you, brother.
Like, people think, like, a 5-year marriage is, like, a success. And, like, I'm like, my grandparents were married for 60 years. My grandparents were married until my grandfather died. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's like
but what?
But marriage doesn't
literally till death
define.
do us apart.
But I don't want to be unhappy for 20 years.
My grandparents were very happy, very loving. Like they were.
But what most
You
people
know?
don't realize, but most people don't realize that anything that you do is going to be ebbs and flows. Just like with a business, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're going to be fully engaged in it, and sometimes you're not going to even want to get up and do it. It's the same thing with relationships.
Yeah.
However, the relationships that usually fall is one person not willing to continue to get up and fight through it no matter what.
Mm-hmm. And that's the truth.
I feel like, to me, and I've never been in like a crazy long relationship, I feel like everything is fixable besides like cheating. Like, what else problem could a relationship have?
You not
No, no.
fulfilling someone's like
And
need.
money.
Yeah,
Besides money,
cheating, and then also just not being a good partner when it comes to your partner's needs. Like, for example, like you may have a partner that loves like acts of service, and let's say like you're not acting of service and you're just kind of being like a little bit of like a liability. Like that can cause someone to leave because it's like they're not helping me, you know? So I think like that's other aspects of like when people leave relationships.
Yeah,
That's true
that's a
too.
good one.
Like not being a good lover. Like I think there's a lot of
But them are things
factors.
that can be improved on.
Those are things that can be improved on, but like there could be like just also someone could just be unwilling to do those things too at a certain point. Like there's just sometimes some people just get so complacent where they're just like unwilling to do certain things for their partner, and then it causes their partner to like want to leave the relationship because of how complacent it had gotten.
Is that I don't know. I can't speak to it. I've never experienced it myself, so I can't speak to it like in that manner.
Yeah. But I think that's, to answer your question, like that's something that causes like relationships to end, like aside from cheating and like money and issues like that. I think like
Every
becoming
argument I've
complacent.
ever heard growing up in my household was based on money or cheating.
Money is the number one reason for divorce in the world.
100%.
Because what happens is in a relationship, this is how money works. Women say, my money is my money and your money is our money. And they really believe that. I've not been a part of any, you know what I'm saying, person that I know that have a relationship that is like, all right, wholeheartedly, this is our money.
But, or go ahead, get it off. I'm gonna let you land, go for it.
No, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's the biggest thing is, you know what I'm saying, one person, you know what I'm saying, is pulling the level of the load, but you know what I'm saying, you're able to do what you want to do with yours. I'm not able to do what I want to do with mine. And this is why you hear women always say, the only thing you bring up is money. But the reason most times men bring up their money because that's what they bring to the table. That's what you're looking to get half of.
Isn't that what a man wants though? For him to be financially taking care of his, he wants her money to be her money and his money to be her money. No,
I think some men do feel that way.
Yeah.
I mean, a man is to be a provider. There was a certain point in time, which honestly wasn't long ago, where women couldn't work, women couldn't pursue education, women didn't have rights. So it was a man's job to literally provide everything for a woman, and all she would do would stay at home, take care of the kids and things like that. Like there was a certain time where women genuinely could not, and we still have that. Like there's certain countries where they're banning education for women.
Jones Boy 69 said all money made belong to the house. My brother, it ain't gonna work out long term for you, man. I'm just keeping it a stat with you, brother. Hey,
but that's
it's not gonna work
true
long
though.
term.
If you are married or whatever, like, and you file your taxes together, like,
No, you don't.
all the money, isn't that like a thing?
No,
Because
no.
listen,
You don't have to file taxes together.
But
all
if you do, like,
all that is fun. Like, oh, money that come to the house is all that. Like, that's all cute. When you go out to dinner, if she gotta keep pulling out her purse There's a problem. There's a problem.
There will be, and she'll let you know.
Yeah, she'll let you know. And if you don't fix it, somebody's gonna fix it.
That's true.
Somebody gonna fix it.
Sprinkle.
Life is complex. I'm finna let you up, brother. Let me hear you say something, man. Say something intelligent. I'm giving niggas the boot. I'm letting niggas know. You don't say nothing crazy.
Oh, yo, greetings, family. I'm an attorney, so I
Oh, you muted.
You're
I can't hear you. You
sound.
going in too. I can't hear either of them.
My fault.
Talk slow.
People hear me now? Okay. I'm an attorney out here in California, in LA, born and raised from Sacramento. But I like LA a lot, so I've stayed out here since 2016. We got to collab on another live another time, but thanks for bringing me up. But to explain where I'm at, and I live in Culver City, so I know I don't live in like real LA. And like they were burning crosses in Culver City in 1961, according to the Black Panthers. Shout out to them. Yeah, we got to talk about that another time. They had a great breakfast on Sunday. But back to the law. So California, what's up? Yeah, I'll shoot you a DM on that for sure. California is a community property state. This means that when you're married, all income made during your marriage is presumed by the court to be a part of, quote unquote, the community, which means if someone sues your wife for something, they can get to all assets that are a part of the community. It also means any income you make, if you start a business, if you win a lawsuit, if you start a lawsuit that eventually gets you money after you guys divorce and whatnot, that's all stuff that if you end up getting divorced, your ex-partner can say that they have a 50% right to if you don't have a prenuptial agreement specifically saying this is your separate property from before the marriage. And it's like very hard to claim that any assets or income that you made, even if it was from a separate business that your partner never worked in, never put any equity into, and never did anything, that they like deserve no compensation. Like if you start a company while you're married and then it like blows up and then you get divorced and you didn't have a prenup, then like your wife can say that they deserve half of whatever your earnings were during that time because they were taking care of your housing and children and food or whatever while you were handling that business. And how California family law works, it's largely skewed in potentially rewarding somebody for that. So
based on
UCLA law,
your experiences working on these cases, I'm assuming you work on these cases. Would you?
Not like really, but yeah, I know a lot about the law. So
like with what you know, are you married? Would you get a prenup?
Nope. Yup. My mom told me since I was like before 12, like I needed to get married with a prenup. But do I know how to have that conversation as a man? No. Like I can't say I do. And I know plenty of like young people that have got married without prenups and stuff's gone like bad. Like I see like my homies that got married early, and I'm talking about like women primarily, that were like, yeah, like you need to have a prenup even if you got married young. When
once
like,
it's over,
with kids, that just stuff's not working out.
Rappers, concerts, singing his songs, it's gonna be crazy. You can't trust these women.
Oh my god.
Spending your money.
Spending your checks.
Spending your checks.
Yeah, man.
But you just like it's tough. Relationships are difficult, man. Like I don't know how you feel about it. Me and my pops don't have the best relationship because he like divorced my mom and married his like white side chick. I'll just put that out because I don't like him or my stepmom, to be real. But like, how do you hold a family together in hard times when people say, you know, just do what you want to be happy? You know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't work out well when you have two black sons, right? Like that's not a full equation, I think, for where we're really at. If we're really trying to hold the quote unquote black community together. But you know, black people are not a monolith. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Sometimes, you know, we get wrapped up in capitalism and I would say neoliberalisms, logics that make us not value the communal and familial aspects that have made African and African diasporic cultures both vibrant and thrive in many different ways that aren't valued here in the United States for sure. But that's something you got to kind of gain with time because capitalism doesn't reward, you know, solving family issues, right? They'd rather just split the family up, you know, put someone on welfare and, you know, Section 8 them and, you know, okay, you know,
Problem
then,
solved.
okay, someone gets messed up,
That's
you go to foster care, okay, then
very
we're paying for
true.
it's all,
Yes,
the
sir.
law is so
Especially
nutty. Make sure you got like cool legal representation, but like so many attorneys are so soulless and screwed up because you know how everything works, but people these days don't want to like put anything on the line unless they're getting paid for it. And how I say it now, after, because I'm a community organizer as well. I organize a lot with Black Lives Matter LA since like 2020 to like now, and now I'm doing a lot with Black Men Build LA. We got a lot going on this week. I'll put that in the DM as well. But shout out to Black August as well and Free Jay Burton. I'll send people more info on that as well because we're going to be going crazy. But yeah, man, it's just so many people have the ability. It's not that Black people aren't getting educated. It's not that Black people aren't making money, right? But the issue is that Black people don't care about real Black people. And I say that knowing that like Dom Kennedy used to say, like in one of his songs, I can't remember, he said, if you want to see real Black people, go to Leimert Park. I didn't really get that before I moved to LA. I used to just bump Dom Kennedy a lot. He was a big artist. But like when I moved down here, right, you can come down to UCLA and stay in
No
Westwood
niggas.
for years. Stay on the west side for years.
No
Never
real
go to
niggas.
no niggas. Like no real and nothing about that area will tell you to go to Leimert Park, right? To, you know, go to Mid City. To go join in some of these like street festivals that happen in vibrant LA, especially with Inglewood popping off. And if you're not from here and you're not connected from here, and it's just seeing that, yeah, you got to not only come outside when there's a protest, right? Not just come outside when someone gets hurt or injured, but you have to be, I say, with the sidewalk. You know, people should like know you and feel you. And like, you know, now as an attorney, I'm not like rich or nothing. Unfortunately, my parents kind of stabbed me in the back and put like 5 LAPD officers on my doorstep last November, which of course didn't work out. And then I proceeded to like lose my like 6-figure job and all that. So I'm kind of like rebounding from all of that stuff.
Are you in therapy?
But like,
Do you believe in therapy?
yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is the crazy thing. Not crazy. I don't like using that word, but my family has a saying that like everyone can use therapy for one, and that like you can learn from anyone. So like those two things have been very helpful in my life. It's just tough when it's like, and I'll get your guys' perspective on this as, you know, seeing people like from SoCal perspective. It's like, you know, Huey P. Newton couldn't read until the 11th grade, right? And Nipsey Hussle dropped out from high school as a sophomore. And these two people had so much impact and leadership on people. And me as somebody that had 2 parents that were in the medical field, you know, I went to, you know, top universities.
What just happened?
I don't know.
What was that sound?
Boom! I don't know.
That was insightful. This live has been going on for 2 hours now.
You can get off.
I'm going to. But I just want to say thank you for your time. Everyone follow Suburban Wifey as well. But
Yeah, I'm out of here too though, I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I gotta eat dinner. But yeah, I hope bro DMs you what he was talking about.
Yeah, they said I cut him. I didn't cut him. What's that? Yo, thank you guys so much. We need to get more organized with these things, man.
Man, we need to give people 3 minutes when they get on the line.
My brother was definitely long-winded, but we know we love him.
Nah, he was like
You be long-winded too, though. You be long-winded.
Yeah, but also I'm the only girl on here. Like, let me be long-winded.
No.
There's a lot of male voices.
My thing is, you say the same thing like 3 times in the same sentence. That's why you're long-winded. You I swear you do. Like, I promise you do. Chat, tell her she be literally, you'll say the same thing like 5 times in different ways, and it'd be like, all right, hold on.
So I need to like make it short.
That's it. Just get to it. Chop it up. Make it happen. You see, they putting a little laugh emoji. You see it on the side? You see Naromi? Yeah, they see it. Like, you just, it's all good. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, I don't do lives. Like, when I talk to people, I have long conversations. Like, when I'm on the phone with my homegirls, like, we're on the phone for 3 hours. Like,
a little bit, sis. Look at they on you. You be on that thing. And it just, I be like, it be blowing me. It be blowing. And then you be like, and then, or like, Wendell's talking, you be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm like, how you cut the nigga off? Tell him you didn't mean to, and then you cut it off.
I feel like I didn't even talk that much on this live. Like, I had way more than I wanted to say, but I didn't say.
Oh my God, you have more to say? Shit, goddamn. She said she had more to say.
Yeah, I could go all day. Like,
oh my God. Yeah, this is way longer than I thought it was gonna be. I hope y'all appreciate this. The goal is definitely to have a better produced show. This is our first episode without like any real guests. So if you guys like Wifey, I'll definitely bring her back. If you guys like Wendell Jones, I'll definitely bring him back. That's my real brother, by the way. And so yeah, I kind of want to have rotating characters. That's what I want to do. So, you know.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. I'm finna get some in and out.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next Monday.